On the Fritz. Sports talk. Every play, every hit, each touchdown, each blitz.
Live from D&D Studios, where if it's orange, it matters. Here's your hosts, David and Dustin.
What's up, everybody, and welcome in to On the Fritz Sports Talk, where the conversation is honest, the opinions are strong, and Tennessee volunteer sports are always front and center. I'm David.
And I'm Dustin. We're going to cover the entire sports landscape, but make no qualms about it. We're going to be heavily focused on UT athletics.
We're starting on Rocky Top with Tennessee basketball, Dustin.
Man, was our predictions wrong on those three games.
Yeah, were they not? We thought they were going to go like maybe 1-2 or possibly 0-3, and here they go on the road, and they beat Alabama on the road. They beat Georgia on the road. They come home, and they beat Auburn. I'm just really, 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 really shocked about the way things turned out.
It's such a Jekyll and Hyde team, you know.
It's hard to figure them out. I mean, when they play the way they've played the last three games, they can play with anybody in the nation.
I mean, on defense, they're very tough, physical, playing as a unit. But once they get on offense, there doesn't still seem to be a clear leader on this team.
Yeah, on defense, I mean, they're guarding the ball well. They protect in the paint really well. I mean, look at their rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, their offensive rebounding is just off the charts. And that's happening every possession. Second chance points are really high, especially the last three games.
Yeah, and like I said, we really need anybody to step up in that locker room.
Yeah, and I think that's going to start with Jacoby Gillespie. He's really the engine, I believe, to this team. When he's out front, he's calling the plays, he's leading his team. They're playing great.
And I wish he would take a man under his arm and teach him how to be a leader.
Yeah, man, I think he's coming around. He's starting to mature a little bit. He's starting to rebound. He's physical underneath the basket. His second chance points have been really good the past three games. I think he's just got some more growing to do before he gets to where he's going to be. I think he's going to be a top-tier player.
Yeah, and he has made a lot of improvements. He still has some freshman mistakes in there, which is going to come with, not having a lot of playing time.
Absolutely.
But hopefully by March, the tournament they'll have.
February is going to be a big month. He's going to have to mature some more because, March and the dance is just around the corner.
Yeah, and I think JP Australia and Bishop Oswell, they bring high energy to that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and Boswell coming off the bench has just been crazy good.
We've had some really good bench play the last few games.
And I think the concern for this team remains shot consistency. It also at the foul line. Last game, what was it? They shot 26 of 31.
Yeah.
Where's that been all season?
Like I said a previous episode, as long as I've been watching UT basketball, free throws is so up and down. It's never been consistent under any coach.
Well, against Auburn, the stat I saw on Auburn is all season long. That's how they've won games. They've just been at the free throw line twice as much as their opponents, not in this game the other night.
And how many games have we seen that Tennessee has lost at the free throw line? I know Purdue at least twice.
Yeah, at least. Probably 3 times that I can think of. But this team just don't stop defending either. They play hardcore up until the end of the game.
They do.
They just got to find that reliable scoring. They're going to have to find a pair of elite defenders, or they're not going to make the tournament.
And I'm still questioning if they will make it or not.
Yeah. Let's look now at Division I all around. We're looking at sorry, top 25, you got Arizona, Michigan, UConn, Duke, Purdue, Kansas, Houston, North Carolina in the top 10. Those top 10 teams are phenomenal.
They are. Michigan put a whooping on Gonzaga. I think they won by like 20 points.
Yeah, that was
Like,
surprising. The fact that Michigan lost a game really shocked me. I didn't think they'd get beaten this year.
it-
Looks like Arizona's going to be the team that could run the tables on that.
yeah, Arizona and Michigan both are extremely strong.
They're very strong. I don't really want to face them this year. Don't want to be in their bracket if we make it into the tournament. Let's look at who we think will be the projected number ones. And as of right now, who do you think we see as number ones going in?
I mean, you got to put Michigan, Arizona. Duke is playing phenomenal.
Duke is playing well. UConn is playing well.
UConn is playing well, but I don't think they're playing at their full potential right now.
Yeah, Arizona is just a balanced team. They play great offensively. They play great defensively. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, and same with Michigan. They got veterans all around the court. I don't know how they were able to keep all the players in this world of
I don't
NIL.
know. I don't know, but they're very mature. They're playing great ball.
They're spending-
UConn looks like they're built to make a deep run in March again.
Mm-hmm.
Duke, what do you think about Duke?
If they won it all, I wouldn't be surprised. If they lost in the first round, I would be surprised.
Absolutely. Where do you see Tennessee fitting in here?
I know a lot of they're projecting 5-7 seed, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were a 10, 11 seed.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's a solid spot, I think, but not locked in stone, you know.
Well-
Where does Tennessee have to go to move up to maybe a 3 seed, between a 3 and a 5 seed? Because I think their top this year is a 3 seed. I don't think they can get to a 2 seed this year at this point.
No, not at all. They've got to get some one wins and beat teams that you're projected to lose against. Like right now, Kentucky, they're favored on ESPN Predictor 56.7% to win that game at Rupp.
It's at Rupp.
And-
We've really played good on the road the last 2 games. Alabama, I never saw,
Yeah, but Rupp it's its own beast in itself.
and it's Kentucky. You know, Tennessee, Kentucky hate each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Second on this, offensive efficiency has to get better. They can't go out and shoot 40% in the game, make 50% of the free throws, and expect to win. It's just not going to happen. They got to keep the intensity up they've played at with the last 3 games.
Yeah, and they've got to get the free throw percentage up. I can't stress that enough.
Absolutely. And they've
'Cause-
got to eliminate bad losses. They can't lose to quad 3 and quad 4 teams.
And with poor free throw shooting, you will.
Absolutely. And they've got to finish strong. They've got to take this rest of this. I really don't think if they're gonna move up to a 3rd seed, they can't lose another game this year. And that's going to be tough to do.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. You know, the next 2 games, you got Ole Miss coming in. You're a 13.5-point favorite. You should win that game.
You
But
should.
Ole Miss is plus 650. That's a little teaser there that you might want to throw some money on because I don't trust this team right now.
No, you never know what's going to happen. But like I said, if they play like they had the last 3 games, they can play with anybody in the nation.
Yeah,
And I think if they can put it all together, get statement wins, clean, no losses, can't have any losses, and have efficiency growth, they could move up to a 3 to 5 seed.
but here's a question though: with the comments that Barnes made, would there be some disconnect in the locker room?
I think he played that off very well as being a joke.
Well,
And I think
and-
his players are going to take it that way.
Well,
I
and-
think it was just a bad joke, but
I mean, he said, I shouldn't say this, but erase that. I was just wondering what's happening because I know we're too good of players to do that. And with all of these players getting arrested for point shaving, fans are going to start questioning games now, especially close ones when you're missing 5-6 free throws in a row.
absolutely. Uh, I don't know. Looking back to the beginning of the season, even Barnes was saying he thinks this is the best squad he's had, and it's not turned out that way. Hopefully, they're turning things around, and we can see what happens here in the month of February. It's going to be a tough month.
I just at this point I don't know that you can. I really don't. I don't think they're turning around. I, s-
I
I
would
don't see it.
disagree with you on that. I mean, they have to be turning something around. They wouldn't have gone to Alabama and Georgia and won. They wouldn't have beat Auburn at home. They wouldn't have went 3-0 in a time where we thought they could have gone 0-3.
Yeah, but it's still they're so Jekyll and Hyde. Like I'm not. I can't put all my trust behind the team quite yet. Now, if they go win the next two again and have a 5-game winning streak, I might change my mind on it.
Now we'll see what happens when we come back in here next week. But I think you're going to be surprised.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Well, let's shift and go over to Tennessee baseball. What are our expectations on this team coming in? You got a new coach.
Yes, and we've got a lot of returning players. Levi Clark, sophomore, played extensively last year. There's he's the middle of the order in the lineup.
But on the mound, you're having to replace Drew Beam.
Yeah, that's a big loss. But hopefully, some of these freshmen coming in can fill that role.
Yeah, I don't think they've really picked who their ace is going to be this year. I think practice started Monday.
Yes.
So we'll see. We should hear something by end week
Yeah.
who they think the ace is going to be, but they've not had a chance to pick that yet.
Yeah, Tegan Coons. I hope I'm saying that right. He is right now speculated to be one of the top pitchers for the team.
Yeah, and who do you think is going to be good on the infield?
I don't know.
I-
There's so many freshmen right now.
there are a lot of freshmen, but they're strong players.
Yeah, I mean you've got
And their
Dalton
bats-
Margot, Reese
their
Chapman,
Bats are supposed to be the best that we've had.
and losing that hitting coach. So hopefully they can.
Losing the hitting coach and losing our pitching coach, that's major blows, but
Hopefully we
I
got the
think
right guys in the
Elander, I
spot.
think Elander's going to be just fine. He's definitely got the team's respect.
Oh, 100%.
And we would have lost players had they not went ahead and hired Elander as quick as they did.
Yeah.
So I don't think we would have kept the roster that we have now. And I think it's going to be exciting. Do we win the SEC? That's tough to say. It's tough to even predict. The SEC is going to be the strongest conference out there in baseball. You got LSU, who's going to be strong. Texas A&M strong. Texas is strong. Alabama's strong. Who's not strong? Who are the worst teams in the SEC?
Kentucky. I mean, Vandy turned it around a little
Maybe
bit.
Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Mississippi State's going to have a good team. Ole Miss, that's, let's see what happens there. Florida can be really a thorn in your side. Georgia has
Yeah,
stepped it up. They play better baseball now.
It should be a very interesting baseball season.
It's
this
going
year.
to be scary. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We're just gonna beat up on each other like football now.
All right, let's dig in now and go to NASCAR. That season kicks off here in a couple of weeks with the not the inaugural, the annual running of the Daytona 500. The only sport out there that does their Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. in
It
a
is
way.
cool. It is cool. It's the biggest race of the year. And I'm anxious to see how it goes. They're changing some things in the format of the playoffs this year.
And I've heard that was like a lot of fans like not happy with how they were doing the playoffs.
Yeah, they've got new data on these Gen X cars now. So now it's going to be more about speed again this year.
And that's what we all want.
That's what we want. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the restrictor plates. I want to get rid of the restrictor plates and go back to 220-mile-an-hour racing at Daytona and Talladega. That's what these cars are supposed to do.
Right.
That's what fans want, I believe. But they're looking on the side of safety. One of these cars loses control at 200 miles an hour. What could
Oh,
happen? You know,
Mark Martin made the cover of Sports Illustrated. When
yeah,
his car flipped, what, 12 times or something?
yeah. You know, you got 40 cars going around the oval at 200 plus miles an hour. One little mistake.
Yeah, it's just, watching on TV, you don't realize how fast they're going.
Yeah, I think Denny Hamlin, I think he understands patience. He knows when to hang back and he knows when to strike.
Yeah, Joey Logano is pretty aggressive, calculated. Like, he's a really good driver to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he's an annoying crybaby, though. Don't forget Ryan Blaney.
Oh,
He's
of course.
become one of the best super speedway racers in the garage.
Hmm.
The manufacturers, you've got Ford, Chevrolet, and Toyota. That's the only three that's out there. I still don't agree with Toyota. I think this is an American sport. Don't like the fact that Toyota's in there. It should be kept to Ford and Chevy, but you know,
I was about to ask, how long do you think before other car manufacturers try to get in it, like Formula One? Have a Porsche out there, Mercedes.
I don't even want to get into this because that's when I think NASCAR just disappears. They're on the verge. You know, they're having to make these changes in the playoffs to get the fans to come back.
Right, and just run it like you did back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have a playoff like this.
Stage racing. I don't really hate the stages. I think it gives them. I really want to get away from playoffs total and go back to complete point standings, and that's where you get your winner. That's where you get your champion. But I don't disagree with the stages. That gives the drivers a chance to win extra points. So I'm not going to say that I want stages to go away. But I do despair. And I think that
And they're not watching.
yeah,
It's
and
not like college football where you're going to watch
There-
college
there-
football when Tennessee's not on the field.
well, yeah, that's true. But NASCAR was looking at it. It brings in massive, massive, massive sponsor exposure and sponsor money into NASCAR, and that's why they went to the playoffs to begin with. I still think they got to get back to the point system, get away from the playoffs. Fans are going to come back. I don't know. It's just chaos.
Well, have you heard about what Roger Goodell would like to do with the Super Bowl?
What?
He said on a podcast that he hates preseason and he wants to do away with the preseason game, add another regular season game, and move the Super Bowl to the next Sunday, which would be the 500.
NASCAR just moved their weekend.
I mean, yeah, I would think so.
But NASCAR's going to give up a big fight on that too because they've always been middle of February. They've always been right there around Valentine's Day. That's
NBA.
their weekend.
NBA owned Christmas, and NFL came in and took that.
I think NASCAR can give up a bigger fight than the NBA did. I mean, if they can get their fans back.
Right.
You know, talking about Super Bowl, where do you see this one going this coming Sunday?
Well, right now Seattle's favored 4.5. The over/under is 45.5. New England's plus 195.
Yeah,
I'm personally rooting for the Seahawks.
I will root for the Seahawks too. Being an AFC fan and following Peyton Manning, and I just don't like New England.
Well,
I know Brady's not there anymore. I know Belichick's not there anymore. I still don't like New England.
Well, I just don't want them to have more Super Bowls than Pittsburgh.
Crybaby. When do you think Pittsburgh will be back in the big game?
It's down the road.
Yeah. What's happened to that steel curtain they used to have in Pittsburgh?
Well, the defense was one of the best parts on the field. We just
Well, I mean,
can't
just because it's the best part doesn't mean you have a steel curtain.
Well, no, it's not what it was, in the 80s for sure. But some of the younger guys are coming around on defense. Right now, we cannot keep offensive players. They can't decide on a quarterback. our wide receivers leave because we don't want to give them money. Our running backs last about 2 years and then they're done.
You're just a team in turmoil, almost like Tennessee is.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh, those teams have got to turn it around. Tennessee is doing some things in the offseason that I think could turn them around. Is it going to happen overnight? No. They've got 2 or 3 years before they can build back. Pittsburgh, I think can get it done quicker. We'll see. But back to the Super Bowl. I want to take, let's make a pick there.
I'm going to go 28-24 Seattle.
I'm going to go 35-28 Seattle. So we'll see. Sunday's going to be a great game. Looking forward to it. Which halftime show are you going to watch?
None of them.
Me either. But that's going to be, that's kind of interesting, though. You've got the normal NFL produced halftime show, and then you've got Charlie Kirk's, whatever he's calling his halftime, his organization's putting
I'm
on a
really
halftime
curious
show.
to see the numbers.
I am
viewers.
too. And did you see who's hosting that halftime show? Kid Rock.
Oh, no, I did hear that. Yeah, I did
so
hear that.
Kid Rock's hosting the All-American halftime show.
And where is that taking place?
It's taking place in a studio. There is no live audience.
Oh, wow. You would think they would sell tickets to that.
Well, I think it's just this is a trial run to see what kind of viewership they can get. I think they're going to get a lot of viewers because the NFL halftime show has been not so good in the last few years.
Well, and there's a guy I listen to on Sirius XM, and he's like, just one rock band. Just give us a seat at the table. Give everybody, put a country band up there. When was the last time we had a country act?
It's been a long time.
And I think it was either the Who or Coldplay was the last rock band that played.
Who is Bad Bunny?
That's out of my realm.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is, but best of luck to him. I hope he pulls off a good show. I'll be doing something in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's not in my Spotify algorithm.
Hey, let's move on and let's go to college sports and the NIL versus collective bargaining. What are they going to do? NIL has to go away. It's an open market. There's no salary cap. There's no universal rules. There's no centralized enforcement. That's what we're dealing with Duke right now. We kind of covered that in the last episode. Duke is suing the quarterback for wanting to make a move to Miami.
They ended up settling out of court.
Of course they did. And he's going to Miami.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just, you've got to get away from NIL. It's no good. You're never going to be able to form and grow a team because nobody's going to stay. It's, okay, who's going to give me the most money? That's where I'm going. It's not about who they want to play. It's not about nostalgia like it used to be,
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to run it like a professional sports
You're going to have to get to collective bargaining. That's the only way this is going to ever work. It's essentially going to be your farm league of the NFL.
And that was something I was thinking about the other day too. Like, after a certain age, have the NCAA and then NFL work together and make a farm league like they do in baseball.
I mean, that's where we're headed right now with this whole NIL. We're going to have to get to collective bargaining. First of all, athletes are going to have to gain formal representation. That likely means being classified as an employee or as some kind of new legal category.
Yeah, like I said, you're going to have salary caps. You've got to mandate that you're under contract. You have to play every game. You cannot sit out a
You're going to have
game.
to be able to have collective negotiations. Not this whole NIL, not that Joe is going to go out and play at Carson Newman and then Tusculum comes calling and says, hey, I'll give you another $1 million if you come to my school, even though he's signed with Carson Newman. Oh, yeah, I'll come play for you. It's not anything about nostalgia. It's not about wanting to play for this school anymore. It's about what can you do for me. It's got to get away from that.
And I just feel like the NCAA as a body is losing control, and the SEC and the Big Ten are really the ones.
The NCAA lost control years, back in 2020 when
Yeah.
they allowed this NIL to come in. SEC and Big Ten do rule it. I think Big Ten's got the hand over that, over the SEC. They're kind of, SEC's going to a 9-game conference schedule. Why are we doing that? Because your Big Ten commission said, hey, I want you to play 9 games.
And I wonder if all of that is because behind closed doors they're talking about breaking football away from NCAA.
Yeah, but
and
why
having
is the Big Ten commission making the calls on the SEC and the SEC commission? Greg Sankey, why isn't he stepping up to?
I don't know, and I hate it. I
So that
absolutely hate it.
the Big Ten commission says, I want you to play 9 games. Sankey says, yeah, we'll do it. But does he come back and say, I want you to play 9 games? They're not. They're playing an 8-game conference season.
Yeah, I just
It's because that's another way for the Big Ten to get an upper leg on the SEC. They're trying to force us. They know they force us into 9 games. There's another loss for half your conference.
without a doubt.
So that's we got off topic. Let's get back to collective bargaining.
Yeah.
But that we're going to cover that next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Third, revenue sharing must be clearly defined. Media rights money, playoff revenue, tournament distributions, that they've got to clarify how that is all going to be spent, how they're going to split this between the players. I'm not a big fan of it.
No, and also on the federal and state legislature, we'll have to clarify how NIL, employment law, and our trust rules, like salary caps.
Yeah, I think the National Labor Relations Board is a key player here. I think their ruling will shape whether athletes can unionize, and they're going to have to unionize in college sports, particularly college football, in order to get to a collective bargaining so we can stop all this. I'm going to play for you 1 year, and then your next state over is going to have a college that's going to pay you twice as much. That's where I'm going to go next year. I
And
don't like it.
ultimately, you're gonna have to unionize
Yeah,
at some point. I mean,
unionize and do collective bargaining. That's the only way this is going to resolve all the issues we have here in college football. I would rather go back 7 years and no collective bargaining, no NIL, sign a player, and he plays for you for 4 years. I think your college scholarship, your housing, your food, you're making $100,000 right there.
unfortunately, that ship has sailed.
Oh, it's gone. It's long gone. It's gone in the Bermuda Triangle and disappeared. We'll never see it again.
Yeah.
All right, let's head into this final segment of the day. Let's talk about the best tight end ever at Tennessee. Let's open up a little debate. We're going to talk about one player in particular. Then we want you guys out there in YouTube land and Facebook land, TikTok, wherever you're watching us at. We want to get your comments, and we want you to tell us who you think the best tight end was at Tennessee. But between me and Dustin, we've talked about it, and we're going with Jason Witten.
How can you not? I can't. I was trying to come up with some way to debate this, but the stats are there.
The stats are there, not only in what he did at Tennessee, he's been an ambassador afterwards. I just think it's simple to say Jason Witten is the best tight end all time at Tennessee. He wasn't just productive, he redefined the position here at Tennessee. His third down, red zone clutch moments, his quarterbacks trusted him. I mean, it's just no doubt he was the best here in Tennessee, in our opinion, but you guys need to tell us what you think. I think Witten did both very well. He blocked defensive ends and linebackers. He slipped out and moved the chains, first downs. We've not had another tight end come in and do that since when?
Well, and I feel like he really made the blueprint for that position.
He has.
Like, would we have a Travis Kelce if it wasn't for Jason Witten?
You're exactly
'Cause
right.
before Witten, we never really threw the ball to the tight end. And even now, as a coach at Oklahoma, he is still campaigning for his son to come to Tennessee to play and
Yeah.
not Oklahoma and play under him.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Witten was the focal point. Defensive coordinators had to account for him every snap.
And they still couldn't.
And they still couldn't. And there's not been a tight end out there since on the Tennessee roster that had that effect ever play.
No, not to that level.
In the early era of tight ends, didn't put up video game stats like Witten did. But the best tight end, not only in the NFL, I would go to say he's one of the top in the NFL.
He has to be in that conversation of at least the top 10.
I think top 5, if
I-
not top 3.
You
So
can
you're
make,
gonna
a,
put-
you
I
can make a
mean,
strong argument.
Gronk, you're going to put him up there.
Yeah.
But Witten's up there with Gronk.
Yeah.
He maximized his role in the NCAA at Tennessee and in NFL.
Well, and then also his physical dominance. He was basically an extra lineman when they weren't throwing him the ball.
Yeah. I mean, his blocking, who wanted to be hit by Witten?
Oh, no,
I mean,
yeah.
he's huge.
I mean, he would be double, triple team sometimes.
I mean, ask your opponent defense who they're scared of the most. They were going to say Witten.
And if he played today, what do you think his numbers would be like? I think they would be even
Could you
more.
imagine? Could you imagine Witten in a Josh Heupel offense?
I mean, Witten with Hendon Hooker, that would have been nasty.
Witten with a healthy Joey Aguilar.
Yeah, I mean, he would probably be the catch leader on the team.
He's a 70 catch guy, anyways.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at, 70 catch guy back when he was here. He's easily a 110 catch guy.
Oh, probably more.
I think you're true. I think that's true.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to put it out to you. We think Jason Witten was the best tight end ever at Tennessee. He was the best blocker. He always went out and got us a first down. He was our go-to. I want to put it out to you guys. We want you guys to comment. We want your opinion. If you don't think it's Jason Witten, give us a 5. Tell us who you think it is. Tell us why. We'll get back to you. We'll debate you all. But for now, that's going to do it for us here on the Fritz. If orange matters, I'm sorry. If it's orange, it matters.
Yes, yes.
Hey guys, this is On the Fritz Sports Talk with David and Justin.
Each touchdown, each blitz. On the Fritz. Now